Jalen Hurts is out. Avonte Maddox is done for the season. Lane Johnson is out for the rest of the regular season. What are the Eagles about to do? What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Boys for Life, coming at you with another video. And oh my God, what a video this is going to be. Eagle fans are scared out of their ever-living minds right now. All season, we heard them pumping their chests, saying, this is the Super Bowl, we got this. That's all they've been saying, Eagle fans. That's all they've been saying. Fast forward to last week. Fast forward to this past weekend. Fast forward to what's going on next week and the week after that. My God. Cheers, people. The Eagles are without a bunch of key players right now. Avonte Maddox, who changes that whole dynamic of that defense, playing, not the whole dynamic, but when it comes to the secondary. They got to play Isaiah Scott, I think is his name, out there in the slot, which messes up the flow of everything else. Even though C.J. Gardner-Johnson might be coming back, it's still uncertain he's going to play for the rest of the season. You have Lane Johnson out. You have, as y'all know, Jalen Hurts is out. Eagle fans have been talking all kinds of mess all season. All season. They've been pumping their chest. They've been excited about what's going on. And rightfully so. Their team was one of the hottest teams all season. They've only have 2 losses. One to the Washington Commanders, one to the my Dallas Cowboys. But against the Chicago Bears, when it was freezing outside and that field gets hard, you had Jalen Hurts take a shot, have a guy fall on top of him, and he sprained his shoulder. Come to find out, people say it's not that bad. Couple weeks off, first it was he might miss a week, then it was he might miss a week or two. Now he's definitely not playing against the Saints, from what I'm hearing about reports. And now I'm hearing he might not play the rest of the season, even if it is against the New York Giants and it is for to wrap up the division. Look, if the Eagles cannot wrap up the division against the New Orleans Saints, I guarantee you, I don't guarantee you, but I want to say it's about a 95% chance they're going to rush Jalen Hurts out there. And if you're going to rush Jalen Hurts out there without his arm being 100, I mean, look, I'm going to tell you a little story. My shoulder, my elbow, blew them out in different years. Blew out my elbow, my Tommy John ligament, blew that out. 7 months I was playing with it torn. It altered my mechanics, everything, just so I wouldn't feel pain. And look, I played into college, and that's where the pain was coming. I did throw the ball fairly hard, but my mechanics got altered because of the pain in my elbow. Fast forward a couple years later, you know what? My elbow's fine, but because of how long I played with my elbow injured, it messed up my shoulder tremendously. Not 3-4 games after rehab and actually going to another college and playing, I tore my shoulder. Needed to have surgery. And I haven't played, well, I played outside of college, but competitively like that, haven't played since. And that was back in 2008. I'm telling you, they're going to rush Jalen Hurts out there if his arm is not 100%, and if his mechanics suffer, he's going to suffer, and the Eagles are going to suffer. I honestly feel, look, I'm not an Eagle fan. I'm not the Eagles. I'm not anything, so you do what you need to do. But if I'm the front office and I know what team I got, it doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter who I play. If I am the front office of the Philadelphia Eagles, I am resting my guy until playoffs. I don't care how long it is. I don't care. Because you're going to need these mechanics going into the playoffs. His arm is going to need to be correct. Because if it's not, guess what? His mechanics will be off. I can promise you that. And that's not a good sign. You're going to have balls floating. He's not going to look right. His throws are going to be off. And he's going to be running more. And if his arm isn't 100% and he takes another shot, that is it for Jalen Hurts. Like I said, I'm a Cowboy fan, so I don't care what they do. All I know is from what I'm hearing is that Jalen Hurts may not play the rest of the season. And even if he does come back for the playoffs, they don't know what kind of impact his throwing motion is going to happen with his throwing motion. So, if I'm the Eagles, I am sitting this man out until playoffs are here. It's either you sit him out now and you play in a month or 3 weeks, or you go out and you risk him getting hurt if he does or doesn't. You risk him getting hurt. You risk his shoulder being at risk, even with throwing the ball, even if he's fine, and you get a whole nother month off. The risk is out there, and it's not a low risk. This is all high risk, especially with Jalen Hurts. Not saying he makes the team go around, as what you saw with Gardner Minshew, where he put up, almost 400 yards on the Dallas defense and 34 points. So that's my take on Jalen Hurts. Now, when it comes to Lane Johnson, he's not even going to get surgery until the end of the season. That abdominal pain, that abdominal tear that he has, oh, that's not good. That is not good. And it has Eagle fans optimistic right now. They're excited that he's going to be back for the playoffs, but is he going to be 100%? We don't know. Nobody knows. It's a pain management deal right now, and he's going to have to figure out if he's able to handle the pain. And being a football player, I'm sure he is. But at the same time, you have 300-pound men coming at you to try to get around you. And if you cannot move as fast as what you did before you were hurt, that's an issue. And people are going to exploit that. Defensive coordinators are going to exploit that. So, either way, surgery or no surgery, take 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off, a month off, that pain is still there. He's going to be doing rehab? What kind of of course, I'm not a doctor. I know what kind of rehab I did on my arm after surgery because it was fixed because of surgery. But I don't know what kind of rehab you can do with something torn to help you get better. I have no idea. Being in sports medicine, of course, that was years ago, so maybe things have changed. But I have no idea what you can rehab in the abdominal area when you have a tear, unless it's healing itself. And even then, the body will heal itself, but it'll constantly re-tear if it's not surgically repaired. And again, it goes back to a pain tolerance issue. And like I said, if it's just rehabbed and he's going to be suffering through pain while he's playing, even if he does get shot up and he's doing movements he shouldn't be doing, violent movements, it's going to hurt worse after the pain, the pain meds wear off. This is not a good look for Lane Johnson right now. I'm telling you. So, like I said, the Eagles are in a world of hurt. Avonte Maddox, that guy was having the game of his life against the Dallas Cowboys. Then he gets hurt, messes up his toe. Man, everything changed after that for the Cowboys. Avonte Maddox throws off that whole secondary. I know they're talking about bringing in, Eagle fans are talking about bringing in Cravion LeBlanc. But if it would have happened, it would have happened already. C.J. Gardner-Johnson looks like he's going to return. Maybe he's eligible to come off of IR, but who knows if he's actually going to play because he's still hurt. They said he still has further tests to do, which tells me he's not going to play the rest of the year. He might come back in playoffs. But guys, Eagle fans are pooping their pants right now. They're worried. You can hear it in their voice. The videos that I watch of these Eagle fans, they are scared right now. They are worried. A lot of these guys, these big name Eagle fans, are still under the impression Jalen Hurts might play. That's how delusional they are. If they listen to reports, people will be shocked if this guy plays. I get it. It's the Eagles. I get it. Nick Sirianni thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. Even though, let's face it, he's 1-3 against the Cowboys. And it was a backup. But either way, these guys, when it comes to Jalen Hurts, they really think he's going to play. They really do. They're hopeful. They're optimistic. I wouldn't blame them. Or I don't blame them. But the facts of the matter are, more than likely, he's not going to play. And if he does play, it's not a good look for the Eagles, especially if they make him run, and especially if his arm isn't 100% and it affects his throwing motion. It just straight looks bad. It really does. Eagle fans are running scared right now. They're nervous, and don't let them tell you otherwise. But anyways, guys, that's all I got. I am out. Peace.